neither of us gentlemen after all. But we did need her to be, oh, excuse me. Ms. Grant, thank you for being here. We did need you to say those wonderful, wise, and profound words, echoing a lot of things you hear throughout history. We all breathe the same air, drink the same water. 50 years ago, President Kennedy said some very similar words, and it's unfortunate and yet obvious that we still need monuments to forgiveness, both what's already occurred and what we still need to exercise. So thank you for being here to give us that message today. Next, we need President Turner to rejoin us here at the stage along with Ms. Jansen. I think this moment has finally arrived where we want to unveil the monument. If you all would please step forward. Mr. Hardcastle can give me a little bit of direction about how this may work out. I think that we are ready to remove the cover. I tell you what, we can let's have Ms. Jansen speak before we do the unveiling, and then we can do that in a moment. Ms. Jansen, if you'd just join me up here on the stage, we can give you the microphone.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. When I cry because I feel so deeply from my ancestors. I'm Dutch-born from the Netherlands. This monument was financed by a man who I never met out of Amsterdam. It's the way spirit works. I'm in California, I get a phone call because I know that one little lady, one little white lady, and her monument cannot do the work that all of us need to do, every single one of us, to bring peace and reconciliation to our planet that holds us all, that allows us, that feeds us, that shares with us, that takes from us. This planet, this precious, fragile planet, this monument is here because of her. This place we live on, this place that takes from us, that we take from. Now it's our time to give back. When man's inhumanity is portrayed on the surface of this planet, it stains her with blood stains. It's heavy. And it's time that heaviness was lifted. Lifted so that we can look at each other again, standing straight and tall, with humility, yes. For the experiences that we have come to learn was what love is not, so that we can practice more clearly what to love truly is. And it has nothing to do with the color of our skin, our culture. We are one human family. So this is a gift. This is a commemoration. This is a monument to allow us to consider the possibility. It's a gesture. It's an invitation. No one can force forgiveness on another. We all have to come there in our own time. I'm going to unveil the monument, President Turner, and then I'd like to explain the monument so you understand why it looks the way it does. So, and thank you, gentlemen and ladies, for being here. Thank you for everyone that made this possible. Thank you, Ben Hardcastle, for the wonderful experience of having worked together with you. Thank you. So you see this from one side. This monument has many sides, as we have many sides of us as well. The marble monument that I created spoke to me. I met the marble monument in Italy as a apprentice sculptor or a young sculptor, or however you want to call that. I wanted to go to a land where the master sculptors lived, and that's where I saw this marble laying on the ground, and I had a vision. Or let's say the marble opened up and I saw a Native American man laying with his face on the ground. And I went, oh, what's he doing here in Italy? Beautiful marble. And I went, he shouldn't be here. I can't leave him here. And I shipped him back to California, and it took me another year to build the courage. I'd never seen anybody work on scaffolding before. I do not draw. I did not learn how to sculpt, but I've learned how to listen to spirit. I've learned how to trust that what I see or what I'm imprinted to do, that I do. I do it. Why not? What else is there to do on this plane? Why am I here? You know, if you all move into the shade, that's quite a ride. Anyway, I just want, go to my website. The story's there. I don't want to take up a lot of your time, but I do want to explain the monument. So on this side, he's all wing. And it's almost like the eagle is over him, because he's already in spirit. He's already doing his higher work. On the other side, direct opposite, he's all man. He's handsome, he's beautifully built, and he's leaning forward into his destiny, into the calling that is for him to walk, the walk on planet Earth. If you look at him straight on, you can tell he's only half man, and he's already half in spirit. And from behind, it almost looks like it's a big shell, because ultimately, as the story goes, let's put it that way, we've come from the ocean. That story doesn't fly with me, but that's okay. It still has an imprint of a mythic understanding of our human existence here as bodies. I know I'm not this body, but I inhabit a body so that I can be here as you inhabit a body. We're all spirit beings, come to learn and practice on each other. And let us practice what love is, and what peace is, and what forgiveness holds, first for ourselves, and then for our fellow travelers, because we truly are all fellow travelers. The turtle, of course, represents Mother Earth. and this North America is known as Turtle Island. So here we go. Thank you. Please, when I've finished introducing Maya, who is a board member of the nonprofit that financed this situation, then I would like to walk with you around the monument as well. So I'm here to introduce Maya. Maya, can you come up and speak but a few words, and then
so many beautiful words have been spoken from the heart, and I'm so touched to be here and thank all of you who showed up on this very momentous day. This is a particularly powerful time and a point of light. We are on the summer solstice, which is the longest day, the most light, but it's magnified by it's also a full moon. And this is rare for this to happen, but it's here today. That part was not planned, that was the universe. And so, since we all are interconnected, and the physicists call it entanglement, that we are deeply connected in an energetic field of consciousness and energy, what we are speaking and thinking and feeling and intending here today does ripple out. And my prayer is that it will inspire and ignite these same beliefs and messages and awakenings in everyone's heart. So this is that beautiful point of light that we are participating in today. And I have witnessed over the years as a board of director member, and also before that, this journey of Eagle Man. And I am so clear in my heart that he was called to be here, that this is the right place. We tried many different things and something would always happen. This is so right that he be here. And I just, so many words have been spoken, but I want to share two pieces. Francis knows I'm a poet and asked me to write a poem. And so I asked Spirit, I called on the ancestors, I called on inspiration, and it did not come through as a poem. But I'm also a dreamer, and two dreams came through to me, and I'll be very brief about them, that I believe brought the message here for today. In the first dream, a good friend of mine and Francis's, a medicine man named Golden Eagle, and I think that's why he showed up in the dream, because of his name. And in that dream, there was a gathering like this. He invited me to get on his back, kind of piggyback, and the next thing I knew, we were flying. And we were flying up above the land, like when I flew in to Tulsa. And I saw all the farms and the lands and the water. And it was that place where all boundaries disappear. There is no property lines, there's no this people's land and that people's. But to me, the message was, when we see with the higher vision of the eagle, we see beyond all those separations. And that's what everyone has been speaking today, that it is time on this planet to find our oneness, our interconnectedness, and let go of those judgments and separations. And the second dream came as a medicine man came with two women, and he had a bowl or a shell, and instead of burning sweet grass or cedar, there was this yellow powder in the bowl, and I didn't know what it was. The two women knew immediately what to do. They came up and touched the powder, touched their forehead, touched their heart, and went into meditation. And when I asked what it was about, the medicine man said, "This is yeast." And then the message came that this Eagle Man is the inspiration that Francis has gifted to hold the space and to radiate the invitation. But you are all the yeast. You are the ones who are gonna give this life and lift this up like yeast lifts bread up. And it will be your actions, your prayers, your ceremonies, whatever programs might be inspired by this deep, deep value of reconciliation and transformation. And so today, I am